he carved, it was an old redwood, and he carved a V with wings coming off of it. And I always liked that presentation of what surfing was about. So I started a model in 1966 with Gordon Smith, and they asked me, well, what is your goal? What do you want? I said, there was an older lady that was a graphic artist at the time, and I just said, just draw me up some wings, and that's what she drew up, and I've had it ever since.
Okay, so for you younger kids, you think you're just looking at a legend that we all look up to, but you all envy the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. Okay, this guy, from what I understand, was on the cover of the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. So you get to see a legend right here. I get my picture taken with somebody on the cover of the Sports Illustrated swimsuit. Not what I was picturing, but okay, where's it going?
Yeah, they still owe me for that one. I'd just like to say a little bit right now. You know, we're only really as good as the people that surround us. And the first person that I'd like to talk about is my gracious Heavenly Father. And He has guided me through my whole life, even when I haven't wanted the guidance, or stepped away, or did things that weren't necessarily the right thing. But He's always been there, and He has blessed me in the most abundant way that I can ever imagine. And then there's my wife, Donna. He brought her into my life in 1980, and I was really at a bad place at that point in life. Lived in a shack, shaped in a shack, had a cot. I mean, my life was down to the bare minimum. And I believe the Lord brought her into my life to bring me back out of the pit that I was in at that time. And everything that I've had since then, and my continuance in the sport and the art of surfing at this point, is because of her. I mean, all the details in business, like the paperwork, the taxes, the order forms, you know, all I want to do is create surfboards and go surfing. Or maybe go surfing and then maybe like the Fig, you know. He is like, his whole philosophy, the Gone Surfing sign is up on the door when he surfs good. And that's it right there. The surf dictates the work ethic. So anyhow, and I'd like to thank all the people that came up from San Diego. A great group of people that I surf around. I mean, they're the most beautiful people. And you know, they've supported me. They've helped me out. They ride my designs. I can see how my boards are flowing through you know, shaping boards is kind of like Santa Claus. You know, and I have all the elves out there. And my main elf is a small Japanese gal right here. Well, actually, she thinks she's a hobbit. But she's ridden every board that I've ever made, just about. And it's good to sit back and watch your boards being done and ridden through other people. And then the Tilly, but there's a long list of people that I got to tell you about this one person. I don't mean to drone on, but a French guy right back here named Stefan. And he's been part of our tourmaline crowd for a few years now. And then there's another fella down there named Kai, a big Samoan. And Kai came down with MRSA, which is a radical storm form of staph. And it got to his insides. He had to have a heart valve replaced. And then his kidneys failed. He was on dialysis for a long time. And Stefan and Kai got to be really good friends. Well, Kai needed a kidney. Stefan says, I'll do it. He's a French guy, and this is a Samoan. What are the chances that these two people would match? Well, they matched. And Stefan gave Kai one of his kidneys. So that's the kind of people that are around in my sphere. So, you know, I just thank God for putting them there and to enhance my life. I'd also like to thank, you know, we have the mayors of Huntington Beach here. And you know, the politicians don't get their due very many times, you know. But I just like to compliment them on this beautiful layout of the city. I mean, the work that's been done here, it's a pleasure to come up here. I mean, it's a really beautiful town. And I want to because, you know, a lot of that comes from, has to go through the process. And you guys are in charge of it, so I'd like to compliment you on that. And then I'd like to thank Jack's Surf and Sport for this whole thing, and Aaron, Huntington Surf and Sport, I'm sorry. And Aaron, you know, thank you. Again, I'd like to compliment the two guys that were inducted with me. I mean, I was the last and the least compared to these two guys. I mean, the local legend, and what can you say about Dorian, man, and his accomplishments? I mean, off the scale. So I just want to thank you very much for showing up, and thank you everybody for allowing me to do this and to honor me today. I'm overwhelmed by it all.
And here's your award for outstanding contribution to the sport of surfing. Everybody says thank you.
And then we'll close this up. Photo op right here, please. I'll be telling you